Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. Happy New Year. I'm going to say that to you until the end of January. I may even say that to you for the entire year. Yeah, because it is. It's an amazing year. And we are in the midst of, I call it year 2 of the recovery. And it is that. And it's because of you. You took the lead. You conservatives. Now, don't misunderstand me. There are some leftists who listen to the program. They do this for 2 reasons. One, they want to keep up with the competition as if they could, right? And then the other is there's a group of them who really want to learn. They want to know. They're questioning. They're the Q of the LGBTQs. They're questioning their politics. They want to know, have I been wrong all this time? And the short answer for you lefties out there is yes, you've been dead wrong. And I understand it's tough. Look, it's happened to all of us. It has. You've been dogmatic about something. You just knew the answer and somebody went, that's wrong. And you go, I know what I studied. I saw it. Some professor told me, somebody said this. I heard it elsewhere. My third cousin's midget friend said. And you thought, I got it down. And you know what? You didn't. And somebody else went, nope, that's not right. And you were like, oh, my goodness. But you didn't want to admit it right away. If you're a leftist, you don't like to admit that. On the right, we go, oh, crap, man, I've been saying it wrong for 3 years. And then you know what you do? You implement the 12-step program. Anybody who might have been hurt by that stupidity, you go back and go, man, you remember when I told you such and such? I was so wrong. I thought it was, nope. So we do. That's what you do. You go back and you go, hey, man, I remember no harm, no foul. We good? Okay, we good. Okay, thanks, man. And that's the end of it. But leftists, no. They don't want to tell you. They avoid you. They don't want to have to confront telling you, you remember I told you Barack Obama was amazing? Well, they just stay out of your hair. They don't show up at the family reunion. They don't want to be at Thanksgiving. They don't want to be at Christmas. They block you on Instagram and Facebook and whatever else. They don't want to tweet. They don't want to do They got to stay away from you because they know they're dead wrong and they don't want to have to fess up. That's the deal. Well, give me your issue. Kevin, $15 minimum wage is a working wage and that's what people need. And you go, okay, great. So that's fine. So let's look at the ramifications of your $15 an hour minimum wage. Well, every old person, if we double the income, people, every old person or on a fixed income, anybody on a fixed income, pretty much the elderly and children are going to suffer. Their money just got cut in half. Will we agree on that? Well, man, I don't know. I mean, kids don't work. Okay, I'm not talking about the kids themselves. I'm talking about the people who are part of the poor who are raising kids. Are they not impacted? Yes. These poor people probably have a few kids. Would you agree? Yeah. Okay. What about old people? People on Social Security, are you okay with hurting them? Yeah, man, but I mean, still, people got to make a living, and now more people can help them. Okay, so let's say that everybody can make a living, and more people can help them. Let's look at the teenagers, the people who are 16 years old. Do you think that people are going to pay them $31,000 a year to flip burgers or to, work on the brush truck like I did when I was a kid in the summer? Do you think they're going to give those jobs to those people? Because the apprenticeship is going to be gone, which means people aren't in the workforce learning quicker. They don't gather up trades. They don't gather up skills. They don't know what they don't want to do. That's a beautiful thing about youngsters working is they go, I never want to work retail. I never want to work on the brush truck for a city. I can tell you, having done that, I want no part of it. Having been involved with people who've worked retail where they got to go in on the holidays and on the days people miss and all that, I want no part of retail. I don't want to deal with these entitled bunch of shoppers who think that their crap doesn't stink and that the customer's always right when that's not the case. I want no part of that. There are many things that you learn by the things that you do that you go, that Mexican named Manuel Labor, I want no part of his career. There you go. So you've taken away those jobs. What say you, leftist? Would you rethink that position? Do you believe that there are jobs that don't deserve $31,000 a year. I mean, that may seem like, I don't, in New York, that may be a lot of money. Not a lot of money. But that's a lot of money in Middle Tennessee and, in Iowa. Little companies that want to give people a start. Why can't an employer just arbitrarily say, here's a job I have. This is the value I put on that job based on my community, and that's it. Is there a limit to the minimum wage? In other words, if that's minimum wage, why can't we maximum the minimum wage and say, okay, we're going to make the minimum wage $15, but the maximum entry-level wage is $16.50. You know why that'll never happen? Because there are markets, like when they were doing fracking up in the Northwest, there are markets that said, no, the minimum wage up here is $19 an hour. Even with the minimum wage at $7.25 or whatever it is nationally, they're having to pay $19 an hour to get people to work at Walmart. That's how good the economy was. So all I'm getting at, folks, is the market drives this stuff, but leave it to a leftist. They don't care that when you do something arbitrarily, it hurts everybody in the country. They don't care about that. In California, I heard this, LA, they're adding a health care surcharge to a restaurant of 10.2%. Local surtax of 3%, LA healthcare surtax, 10% tip. That's what I heard. 10.2% surcharge for healthcare. 3% LA healthcare, 10% for tip for your meal. So let's add all that up. That's 23.2% for your meal. And it only has it's got a 10% tip built in, I guess. And I got this from a friend of mine who lives in California. I don't know. Can you verify this? I just know this. If I go in for a burger and it's $10 and you're going to charge me $12 before I even get into, I don't know all the details, but I'm going, are you kidding? Because you haven't even gotten into the tax. They're calling it a surcharge with a local surcharge of an additional 3% and then a 10% tip automatically. Seriously? Man, these people, leftists, will cut off their nose to spite their face no matter what. Look, we got a lot to talk about. Leadership is our discussion for the day, and I think you're going to enjoy it. I'm glad you're here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful four-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.